My name is Andrew, and this is Rogue Wrenching. Welcome to my backyard, or as I affectionately call it, the rail yard. You can see we have the blue rail, which is the one we're actually building, and it's been cut in half, as you probably saw in a previous video. And then we've got our yellow donor rail sitting next to it, which at this point is just being cut up, and little bits and pieces of that are being used as parts for this rail. One of the big questions when building a rail like this, especially with heavy frame modifications, is, you know, what kind of seats are you going to use in your rail? So seats are expensive. There's a bunch of different varieties and different options out there. From, you can just buy seats out of a car, or, you know, if you want to step it up and get some like nice off-road seats out of, like, you know, a Can-Am Maverick or something like that, those get really expensive. However, sometimes it pays off to spend way too much time on Craigslist, and that's where I got these. So these are Can-Am Maverick X3 seats. They came out of a Can-Am, and I paid $12.50 a whack for these. So paid $50 for a set of 4, which is pretty cool. So today we're gonna do just a little bit of quick test fitting and see how they fit into the frame for this build, and see if we're gonna be able to use all 4, or if we're gonna have to do something different for the back seats. So let's jump in. You know, the real question is, are they even gonna fit because of how wide they are? Let's find out. Project just got a whole lot more expensive. I think it's going to be worth it in the end. So the problem with these seats that we have right now is they're much too wide. I'm as far over to the left here as I can possibly be in this seat, and we're about 2 to 3 inches over the center line. So to put a second seat in it would be sticking out past the side of the frame, which means that the only way to make these seats work, and these seats honestly are really comfortable, and that's about how wide I am, like in terms of as a person. And since I want to drive this and then make this work for me, I want to be able to fit comfortably in the rail. Obviously it's a VW powered sand rail, it's going to be kind of small, but it's just, yeah, this, I'm kind of wondering if maybe I should have just started from scratch instead of buying a frame and then chopping it up and rebuilding 90% of it. But in summary, these seats don't fit in this rail, but these seats aren't like large. They're actually fairly low profile and, you know, small seats. So I think what we're going to do is, instead of trying to find other seats that are smaller, really this is as wide as the seat needs. The seat needs to be this wide to actually fit. This bar obviously going away. This one, yeah, that's got to go away. The problem is it's too narrow here, so we're gonna have to I'm probably gonna leave the floor the same, move these bars, push them out, and needless to say, the notion of getting away with not buying a tube bender is out the door. I'm gonna have to buy a tube bender and do a lot more fabrication to this frame than I had originally anticipated. So I guess that's cool because it means more content for you guys to watch, but at the same time it kind of sucks because it means it's that much farther until I actually get this thing up on the road. But overall, I got a great deal on these seats. I'm very happy with them, and it's gonna be a really fun project. So if you guys have not already subscribed, definitely hit that subscribe button. And, you know, we'll get going more on this build here very soon. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm still recovering from a very expensive child, and she's totally worth every penny. So don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy, but it just means that I got to wait a little bit longer before I can put money into this build. So that being said, thank you guys for watching. Like this video if you did, subscribe if you haven't, follow along, it's going to be fun. Thanks, and we'll see you guys on the next one.